Hello, 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 hello. To all who tune in, to all who are tuned in, and to all who will tune in. But I'm serving into the Inspire Motivator. Let's start with that. And I'm going live to talk about the four benefits of finding your purpose, elaborating on them more about the four benefits of finding your purpose, which is clarity, identity, guidance, direction. And the fourth one is if you find your purpose, you find your life. And that is facts. So, when we find our purpose in life, you also find those four benefits. Now, this is not something that someone told me. This is something I know to be true through my own experience. It wasn't until I found my purpose that I found my life for real in many aspects and in many ways. So we'll be going over those four things: clarity, identity, guidance, and direction. And find your purpose, you find your life. So we'll start with clarity. Now, one of the benefits of finding your purpose is clarity. When you find your purpose, you find a clearer view of your life. Your life begins to clear up. Things start making sense. And it came to me like this. You know, when we'll put it like this. It's hard to see when your vision is blurry. It's very hard to see when your vision is blurry. And a lot of times in life, a lot of people be winging it. They be winging it through life. And look, this is what I'm saying. Anything that I'm saying on this live, it is not to discredit, down, or judge anyone. These are facts. When you don't understand your purpose, there's not a lot of clarity in your life and you wing it. You kind of make up things as they go. It's not funny, I'm always laughing, but it is the truth. You make up things as they go. You don't have clarity. You don't have a clear perspective of how your life should be looking, what direction your life should be going in, and what it is you should be doing with your life. Now, granted, we will give room for there are certain things that is out of our control and that we are not have no control over. So those things we accounted to life. But I'm talking about the whole aspect and having a clear view of your life, of your life. Like as for me, I have a clear view of things pertaining to my life and how my life needs to be set up, the company that I need to keep, the conversations that I need to be holding, the conversations that I don't need to be holding because it adds no value to my life. Now, it's not to say that what they are saying is not valuable, but everything is not for everybody. It's just like a product. Just because it may be valuable to that person does not mean that it'll be valuable to the next. It's all about, do they have a need for it? So we'll use it in that aspect. So when it comes to my life, being that I found clarity with my life, it's easier for me to distinguish the things that I have need for and that benefit my life versus the things that I do not have need for, and neither does it benefit my life. And it's not to discredit the people or anyone. It's just I have a more clearer understanding that that right there, that don't add up with the modeling of my life. And I say it like this sometimes. All of our lives is a play. It's a play. It's one big play, and then we have an individual play that is happening in all of our lives. And guess what? People have places, roles, and scripts, and all kind of things. So if you go to a director who have made a play, most times that director is clear. He have clarity, or she has clarity of what it is that they're trying to convey, get across, what the play is about. So if someone comes in that play and wants to say, oh, no, 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 I think you should do this and do that being that their director is clear about the message that they want to push across, or the play that they're intending to create, they're able to clearly identify, no, that's not necessary. So clarity is very important in our lives. And when you have no sense of clarity about your life, it is very easy to be haggled, swindled, manipulated, and a lot of other things when you have no clarity for your life, because you're not clear. You're not clear in what it is that needs to be happening in your life, or the people that you need to be surrounded, the places, the things. It can go for the whole noun system: people, places, and things, as well as the food you should eat, the food you should not eat. I mean, clarity brings about a clearer vision. It clear up the blurry spots. And a lot of times in people's life, people have blurry spots and they kind of just make it up as they go, only to find out that that was not a help. It was more of a hindrance than a help. So when you have clarity for your life, it makes things clearer. The vision becomes clearer. So that's the first aspect of the benefit of knowing your purpose. When you know your purpose, it brings clarity to your life. It helps you to clear up the foggy places. It helps you to be more understanding about your own life. And I say this, and as crazy as it may sound, a lot of people do not have clarity about their lives, and that's why they allow any and everything in it, and it causes a ruckus and a disturbance to their life. So clarity is one of the benefits that purpose bring to your life. Purpose brings clarity. I might have said that backwards, but purpose brings clarity to your life. It gives you a clearer vision of your life because it's yours. And I'll say this too as well. It was a time and a place in my life that I had no clarity on my life or in my life. It was some areas that I was clear about, but it was a whole lot of areas that it was blurred. And I was kind of just making up things as they go, only to find out that that was not an adequate, sufficient need for my life. And that goes for relationships, that goes for finances, that goes for a lot of aspects of my life where I had no clarity. And I was making up things as they go because my life it had a lot of blurry spots in it. So purpose brings clarity. It brings a clearer vision of your life, even down to your people you hang around, even down to the conversations you entertain, even down to the business deals that you do, even down to the job that you work. Like, it brings clarity. So we're going to move on to number two. Number two is identity. Purpose brings identity. And as crazy as it may sound, a lot of people are living with themselves and they can't even really identify who they are. If you ask a lot of people, who are you? They really don't know. And this is happening a lot in the world. Now, they may tell you according to what the world is doing, because a lot of people have the tendency of going along to get along. And in the going along to get in the going along to get along, there is an identity that is created for you. It's an identity that's given to you, but it's truly not your identity. It's truly not your identity. And a lot of times, being that we live in a world where it's monkey see, monkey do, and the Joneses keeping up with the Joneses, a lot of people have even forgotten who they are, or either they are suppressing who they are, which is a cause of losing your identity to try to keep up with something, someone, people, places, or things. We can take it back to the nouns. So a lot of people are really not clear about who they are, or they are wearing masks. They are wearing masks, and then when they get home at night, they pull the mask off, and it's a lonely place. It's no fulfillment in it. So when you find your purpose, you find your identity. It clears up who you are. It makes things more plain about the essence of who you are, your do's, your don'ts, your like. I'm talking about your God giving do's and don'ts and likes. It clears that up for you. So purpose brings a clearer vision to your identity as well. It starts to make things make sense in your life of why you are this way, or why you witty, or why you quirky, or why you are whoever that you are. It brings identity to your life when you find purpose. It clears up your identity of even learning you. There was a time in my life that I wasn't really a follower, but my identity wasn't strong within myself. I was lost. I let a lot of things go on and happen in my life because I wasn't clear of my identity and who I was. So when you find your purpose, you find your identity, and it brings a confidence to you to walk authentically in your identity and who you are. Because as for me, when I found my purpose, a lot of things start making sense about the essence of who I am, the essence of why I do what I do, the essence of why I think the way I think. So finding your purpose clears up your identity. It makes your identity more evident, more prevalent, and it makes you more confident in who you are, because finding your purpose helps your identity make a whole lot of sense to yourself first before it can make sense to the world. Because one of the most loneliest places is living through the lens, the hourglass, and of someone else, something, or someone else, or go back to the now, people, places, or things. So finding your identity is crucial. It's something that you need to do, that you feel more confident in the skin that you're in, more confident in the person that you are. Whether you're quirky, whether you're witty, whether you're silly, whatever that it is, your creativity is so many dynamics that it can touch on to clear up your identity. And it helps you to understand and make sense of it all, of just who you are. Because that's the world that we live in on today. We live in a world where a lot of people are really following trends, following places, following things, and they really get lost and lose their sense and essence of who they really are. And then you come to a life at the end where you live in the shadow and the identity of someone else. It happens all the time in this world. You have children that lives in the identity of their parents, never to discover truly who you are. And you get to asking, or it's like, oh well, such and such do it, such and such, but then they never really get around to the reason why you do it, the point of you doing it, the point of you being a certain kind of way, the point of you talking a certain kind of way. So identity is something that I feel each and every one of us need to know, because it's you, it's your life. It's you. You got to live in the skin that you are in. And finding your identity is very crucial to your life. Things start to make sense when you find your identity. So purpose brings a sense of identity. It brings clarity. It clears up the vision for your life, and it brings a identity. It identifies who you are, the essence. I'm not talking about what no one else said, or how the world or no one else say that you should live. It brings identity to you, the way you were born, the way you are. So when you find your purpose, you find your identity. And it as well, it helps you to pull off all those scales and layers of living through the lens, living through the feelings, living through the emotions, living even through the perspective and the portrait of something that someone else have created. So when you find your identity, you find you. And you build a confidence to be comfortable in who you are. And purpose brings that. So, we're going to move on to the next one, which is guidance and direction. When you find your purpose, you find guidance and direction for your life. For your life, not no one else's. Finding your purpose brings guidance. It begins to guide you in the direction that you need to go. No more making up the direction and just, and I thought about this morning when I woke up, or a little bit after I woke up. With the guidance and the direction, there were so many people that's getting up daily, making it up as they go. But when you find purpose, purpose guides and directs you to where you need to go. There's so many people who wake up and it's like, what you doing today? I don't know. I'm figure it out as I go. Purpose brings guidance and direction. Purpose leads you to where you need to be. Purpose guides you to where you need to be. Because it collaborates with your identity and the clarity that you have found within yourself and about yourself. So purpose helps to guide you in the places that you need to be. It helps to direct you in the places that you need to be. So when you find purpose, is no more just making it up as you go, or even just doing it because someone else is doing it, or even doing it because the pressures of life, family, the world, none of that. It excuses all of that when you find your purpose. Because you have a sense of, I know where I need to be. With your purpose, you have a sense of, it's directing me to go this way. It brings that to you. So purpose releases guidance and direction in your life. You no longer have to overthink it and try so hard to figure it out. Because guidance and direction is attached to your purpose. It's your life. It's no more aimless walking. And I know, as for me, when I found my purpose, and it is true, I no longer was trying to wonder about it or figure about it or think about it. I knew by finding my purpose, guidance and direction was released into my life by finding my purpose. Now I get up with a sense of, I know where I need to be going. Purpose is calling me that way. Purpose is guiding me this way. So purpose brings guidance and direction to your life, and it blots out and excuses all of the aimless walking, all of the aimless relationships. And when I say guidance and direction, it goes for relationships, finances. It goes abroad to every aspect of your life. No longer do you just get up and go sit here because it doesn't complement your purpose. Purpose is not directing you there. And finding your purpose will cut off a lot of guidance and direction. Finding your purpose will cut off a lot of aimless guiding and direction that you have going on in your life, because it will no longer mesh with your life. It will no longer be cohesive with your life. It will no longer complement your life in any essence, because it does not complement your purpose. So finding your purpose cuts off all the aimless wondering, the aimless trying to figure it out, the aimless sitting here, being here, the company and the presence. It will direct all of that. It will guide all of that. Because purpose will be screaming in you, this is not it. This is not where you need to be. How does this help you? And I'm not saying that it's a help you like, oh, it's just a self-gain. No, it's a help you like complementing your life. So purpose helps guide and direct your life. It helps to bring that. You don't no longer have to figure it out. Purpose will figure it out for you. It will guide for you. It will give you direction. Cause I know as for me, on YouTube Live. Yeah, I'm talking to my mom. She just walked in, but I'm doing YouTube Live. But purpose will guide and direct your life. It wasn't until I found my purpose. When I found my purpose, my life just started unfolding and everything just started falling out. And it was just like, you know what? You ain't even got it because purpose is calling me in that direction. Purpose is guiding me in this direction. So like I said, I get up in the morning now. Purpose guides and directs me. It lets me know in the direction where I need to go, and it guides me to the places that I need to be. And as well, purpose, like I said, it cut off those places you don't need to be. So that's the third benefit of finding your purpose. And the fourth benefit, which is last but not least, if you find your purpose, you find your life. You find your life. When I found my purpose, I found my life. And when I say this, I'm talking about every aspect of your life. Not one dimension is missing. Purpose will find your whole life. It will find your mate. And this might sound crazy, but listen, if you want to know more about is your life purpose driven or a life full of purpose, you can go to the class that I'm having on December 9th. And you can register. See, it's a free class, and I'm doing it live and by Zoom. I'm doing it live in my location, and I'm doing it by Zoom as well for those that would like to do it virtually. So if you want to find out more about these aspects and how purpose unfold these aspects, you can go to the class, which is you can go to the website, I'm sorry, which is at Stimulators.T.I.M, and you can book your seat. But when you find your purpose, you find your life. A spouse, you ain't got to overthink it now, and neither do you have to settle, because purpose will scream in your ear. I don't care as good as he and she look, or as good as he and she sound, or even how much money they got, or whatever that they got going on that you might find appealing. Purpose to be saying, that ain't it. Nah, leave it alone. Even your finances, purpose will guide and direct your finances. It finds even your finances, and it gives your finances a purpose. Your children, homes, cars. I mean, every aspect. Purpose is powerful. Purpose is very powerful. And a lot of times, I believe that people overutilize purpose or underestimate purpose. You got to find that sweet spot with purpose. And I know, but if y'all want to know more, go to the class. December 9th, go to the class. I will be talking about all of this in the class. But when you find a sweet spot in purpose, it unravels your whole life. And I feel purpose is something that sometimes people oversaturate, and it's something that people underestimate. But when you find the sweet spot of purpose, it reveals your whole life. It finds your whole life. It will keep your whole life. It will even motivate your whole life. This ain't what nobody told me. This is what I know. When I found my purpose, my life kicked to another level of motivation. It kicked to another dimension of guidance and direction. It kicked to another dimension of enduring. It kicked to a whole nother level when I found my purpose. And it unlocked so many areas of my life. And it made so many areas of my life make sense. Even the areas that I didn't know. And there's so many people out here that they can't make sense of why this or why that, or why, it was set up like this, or why it had to be like this, or why things go this way. Purpose of it'll give you answers. for all of that. I ain't saying all of them you gonna like, and all of them you might not agree with, but all of it will make sense. It'll make a whole lot of sense to you. And then it'll be more comfortable to live with, more comfortable to understand, and you will be all right with it. Because I wouldn't lie to you. I had a very rough life. And even now, my life is not easy, but with purpose, it's breezy. We'll put it like that. It's breezy. It's breezy. And it gives me an encouragement and a confidence that is very hard to take away from me because I'm clear. I have clarity. I understand my identity. It's very hard for anyone to talk me out of, to talk me down, to discourage me, to try to naysayers. It all of that and finding my identity, it makes it hard for any of that to cloud my mind or to cloud because I'm clear. I have clarity. And I understand my identity. And I'm okay with that. And in finding my identity, it brought me to a place of I'm okay with people walking away, people doing whatever that they're going to do. I'm okay with that because I am who I am. It's a part of who I am. And it built my confidence to where what you say, it doesn't matter. And I feel we live in a world where people confidence is very shaky. It's very shaky. And their confidence come from what the world say, or what somebody else say, or even what their mom and daddy said, or their kids say. I don't care who it is. But now my confidence is very hard to knock me off of it. It's very hard to shake me out of it because I'm clear. And my life is guided and directed daily through my purpose. So I ain't gonna be much longer. I just wanted to tune in and I wanted to go over the 4 benefits of purpose. I wanted to talk more into those benefits. But if you like to discover, to find out, is your life purpose driven, you can go to SurveyIntoIsSTEM.com and you could book you a seat. The class is free. It's on December the 9th, and you could book a seat. This class is a class that is for thought provoking. It's for thought provoking, to provoke you to think deeper about your life and the life that you are living. And to really ask yourself, are you living a life of purpose, or are you just living life? It kind of go back to, are you existing or are you living? There are 2 different things. Something that lives, it fulfills. Something that exists, it is just there. It's just existence. It doesn't mean that it's making a difference, a change. It doesn't mean that no one needs to use it, see it. It doesn't mean it just exists. There's so many products in the world that exist, and yet not many to no one have need of it. But when you find purpose, baby, you stop existing and you start living. I don't care how lit your life may seem. Your life may seem like it's the littest of the littest, but yet it ain't fulfilled. Because there's so many people that go home at night. And after they put on the show and they got their mask on, and when it's time to take the mask off, they empty, they lonely, they have no sense of anything. And then they get up the next day and then they put the mask back on. As tired as they is, or as tired as they are of living behind this mask, they continue to put it back on and go out to the world and live this same life over and over again, only to come back home with the same ending result. And that don't have to be. You find your purpose, you find your life. I'm serving into the Inspire Motivator. I salute you. Look, you can do this and you got this. But the thing is, to thine own self be true. In order to find your purpose, you have to be true to yourself. In order to find your purpose, you have to really consider. You have to really think about the life that you are living. So if you want to know more, about is your life purpose driven, go to SurveyingToIsSTEM.com and book your spot. Until the next time. Oh, as well, it'll be more coming down the pipe. But until the next time, I love you. And I do it on purpose. And guess what? It's nothing you can do about it.